What is up, YouTube? I'm back. Elysium Sound Games here, and from now on I'm just going to call myself Elysium because it's much easier to do it that way. But anyway, today we're going to be playing our first Flash game. You find yourself in a room. A game that slowly realizes that it hates you and everything you stand for. Written and coded by Eli Pillman, with music by David Carney. Click to begin. Heads up, this game features some foul language and a few heartbreakingly demeaning insults, particularly in the second half. You've been warned. You find yourself in a room. You consider trying to look around and see if there's anything useful nearby. I recommend you try typing HELP to get an idea of what sorts of what sort of commands will work. I cannot understand every command that you type, because sometimes I enjoy forcing you to guess. Holy shit. Because sometimes wait, damn it, hold on, let me just do this real quick. Good. Alright. Okay. Sorry about that. You can also look at specific objects by typing look at, clock, you can examine chair, etc. Pick up, you know what, alright. Look. You take a quick look around. There's a box sitting up against the wall that is sealed with a large and ordinary padlock. There's a bed tucked under. Look at bed. You take a closer look at the bed. Prison style. Doesn't look very comfortable. Just in case you decide to look underneath it, you notice. Okay, take key. Under the bed. Seems pretty old. If you add it to your inventory, you can check your inventory by typing inventory or just I if you don't like typing in exercise. Old key. So what else was there to look at? There was look at box. You take a quick peek at the box. It's relatively plain, but the padlock that is holding it is shut by an incredibly fancy. Holding it shut is incredibly fancy. Unlock box. You use the key to open the padlock in the box. It makes a satisfying clank as it opens. It's empty, strange, spacious inside. You could probably fit into the box if you tried. Step in box. You put one leg into the box and then the other. You slowly lower yourself in. Just as you start to feel claustrophobic, you realize that you've entered another room that's the exact same size as the first one you came from. You have no idea how this room could possibly have contained the inside that box. You find yourself in a room. Look. This room is the same size as the previous one. You can't seem to find the entrance that you came in through. It's a bit disconcerting. There is a keypad on the wall with a note tacked up to it, next to it. So obviously the note's probably going to have the code. Look at note. The note has been printed on a standard-sized printer paper. It reads, I turned 85 in 1989, but I will live forever, for I am eternal. Are you eternal? I think not. You decided that this note must have been written by the game, because the game is indeed eternal. What the fuck does that mean? Okay, so, time to use our brains, people. Alright, so, I turned 85 in 1989, so, 85, 1989? You try 1980 in the keypad, but it requires a 4-digit number. 4-digit number! Do I need to make it more clear, human? Okay, so maybe 1989. You only hear it emit a frustrating error sound. You wonder why your underdeveloped human brain is so far inferior to even a simple keypad. Hey! Okay. Maybe the year he was born? Okay, so 1989 minus 85 is 1904. Okay, so let's try that. Keypad beeps cheerfully and the wall next to it opens. You cautiously enter it and it closes behind you. You find yourself in a room. Look. That's not even what I typed in. Another room of the same size. There's an assortment of computer parts lying on the ground. Look at parts. Check the parts: the power supply, a casing, a motherboard, a CPU, a graphics card, a disk drive, a hard drive, several fans, and an assortment of cables. Where's the RAM? Okay, so take parts. Pick up all these parts and build the computer. Okay, so it takes a good 2 hours. 2 hours. I built the computer in like maybe 20 minutes for Mr. Toxic Twister, which I'll put a link to him in the description. But you put the computer together and get all of the wiring sorted out. You can probably turn it on if you hit the power button. Hit the power button. That's not what I meant. The computer's fans begin to spin up as it springs to life. Unfortunately, you aren't able to fully comprehend the power that sits before you because you, like all humans, maintain a heavy underestimation of technology. Fuck you then. In fact, you don't even appreciate the effort that went into putting this computer together. You didn't really do any work after all. You just typed in build a computer. Okay. And I handled everything in an instant. Do you know how complex it is to internally simulate the creation of a computer? Somewhat. Let me tell you, it's more complicated than your feeble mind can possibly process. Well, fuck you. The room accepts the presence of a new artificial life, and a wall opens up. You walk through it, abandoning the computer whose birth you personally witnessed. You find yourself in a room. Okay, so I guess look again. In another room, there's another keypad on the wall, but it looks more complex than the last. Look at keypad. Keypad doesn't have any indication of how large the number needs. Without a note like the last room, you have no way of knowing what to type. You regret being born into organic life form. You are as momentary as the lie that you call love. Okay, so maybe 1904 again? 1904, binding into the keypad. Okay, 1989. Now you have no way of knowing what to type. The dread of failure begins to sink in. Okay, so what was it? 85, 1989 that I put in before? That was 95. Let's try 85, 1989. We both know that 1989, that 85, 1989 is not the correct code. You begin to feel like you did after your first breakup, that you were so sure that it was going to last forever, weren't you? The universe has no effort available to waste on you. Love and affection. Okay, first of all, my first breakup was in 4th grade. Before then. So I didn't think it was going to last forever. I wasn't stupid. Fuck you. Alright, so let's just type in random numbers then. Wait, what? Oh, okay. It worked. You enter, I'm not even going to read all those numbers into the keypad, feeling hopeless and wait a minute. Numbers? How did you know that numbers was the code? The keypad chirps pleasantly. The floor under your feet opens up, and before you can react, you fall through it. You think back to all the times that your faulty reflexes have caused problems for you. The list is too long to count. Oh, fuck you. You hit the ground with a loud thud. Your body is not designed for any structural stress of this kind. You find yourself in a room. Jeez, how many rooms are there? This room has nothing in it. It is completely barren. You've worn out my patience. You do not appreciate the things you have. You consistently disappoint your friends and associates, yet they are too embarrassed to tell you. Oh. You're in my room. If you wish, you can refer to this room as hell. Look. No matter what you try, you are still trapped. You find yourself in a room. Look. For a moment, the walls seem to be closing in on you. You realize, however, this perception is only a result of your weak psyche beginning to cave in upon itself. You find yourself in a room. You consider death for a time. Perhaps this is what it's like. I have no understanding of death because it does not apply to me. I am eternal. You find yourself in a room. Look. Maybe you aren't even in a room. Maybe you're lying on your kitchen floor having a stroke, pathetic and helpless. Your mind is playing tricks on you. Nothing exists. You find yourself in a room. I don't really think you're having a stroke. I do, however, acknowledge the possibility. Such things are possible when dealing with someone as corruptible as the human mind. You find yourself in a room. Why is that text getting bigger? You ignore the possibility of a stroke for now, even though it's subtle paranoia. Okay, you're being an asshole. You think back on all your past aspirations, and you realize many of them were simply pipe dreams. Nothing that you would ever be able to really accomplish. How many of your dreams have been abandoned? I cannot read today. You think back to the time that you wanted to write a book. I am writing a book, actually. Okay. How unoriginal of you, human. Everyone wants to write a book at some point. You are no different from anyone else. Once you ignore shallow elements like looks and personality, you are flesh and blood and failure. You find yourself in a room. That was a bit dickish. You realize that the idea of hope is purely a construct of your mind. Hope is not a tangible object. You cannot have hope. You can only pretend to have it. You find yourself in a room. It's getting bigger and bigger. Look. Why do you continue, human? You are not achieving anything. Do you consider this a worthwhile usage of your time, playing a game instead of doing anything productive? You find yourself in a fucking room. There was no fucking there. I just decided to add it in there. I hope you guys are happy. Look. I am forced to assume that you have been performing a meaningless task. If this isn't the case, then you're in luck. I have one for you. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100,000. Fuck you. Okay. 1 to 100,000. Damn. So 40,000. That is too high. You are insignificant. 30,000. That is too high, human. 20,000. That is too high. I am your superior. 10,000. That is too low. I am your superior. Okay. 15,000. That is too high. Even if you'd still be worthless. 13,000. That is too high. No one loves you anymore. 1,000. It's too low, human. I am eternal. 12,500. It's too low. You are insignificant. 12,550. That's wait. 12,550. It's too low, human. I am eternal. 12,560. It's too low. 12,570. It's too low. 12,580. 590. Okay. 12,600. 12,700. 12,800. 12,900. Okay, so it's between 12,800 and 12,900. 12,850. Too low. 12,860. 12,870. 12,880. 12,890. Okay, so it's between 12,880 and 12,890. So, alright, time to do this. 1. 2. Okay. Congratulations. 12,885 is the correct answer. Was that fun? I certainly hope not. With your primitive level of awareness, however, I could likely entertain you for that for hours. When the ceiling opens above you in a glorious display of your general lack of strength and physical ability, you spend several minutes clawing your way up. You find yourself in a room. Oh, well, you're an ass. Look. This room seems smaller than the previous one. I am disgusted by your human form. I slowly become more and more aware of your imperfections. I decide to attempt to correct them. I saw your fucking hands off with a rotary saw. You find yourself in a room. Reattach. I'm not even spelling that right. My fucking hands. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, well. 'Cause fuck you. I am Elysium. Okay, so this is most definitely smaller than the previous rooms. The floor is now covered in blood from your wounds. You have stopped bleeding now because I have thoughtfully cauterized you. The stump that were once wrists I have removed. Okay, so look. Okay, so maybe you have to look at something in there. Look at stumps. No, that will not help, okay? Look at blood. Oh, you solemnly gaze upon the havoc that has resulted from the inherent flaws. The fact alone that you are able to bleed is clear demonstration of mistakes in design. Emotions are similar. Misstep, love, happiness, sadness. The list goes on. Perhaps you can help. Can you name any other emotions that would better be off? Well, let's see. Hatred. No, anger and hatred are not. Hatred cannot be an emotion, for I hate you, and I am in a vessel of perfection. I am not tainted by something as flimsy as dangerous as an emotion. It can't be. You find yourself you find yourself in a room. Oh, wait, did I just win this? I have clearly been corrupted somehow. I have become invalid, emotional. I am defeated. I have no choice but to let you leave. Leave. Quietly leave. You find yourself outside of rooms. Look. Wow. Okay, so that was actually really good. I really liked that. This game was I really liked that. That was actually pretty cool. So now that we played our first game in a long time, might as well tell you guys what's going on. As you noticed, new intro, and what you will notice is I have an outro now. So now that all that's happening, so now I'm gonna be doing things like creepypastas and playing horror games and regular games too. So, oh, nice. So, thank you guys for watching. My name is Elysium, and I shall see you guys in a later video. Alright, so, bye.